$1,000 gift that'll help them in the program. So before I introduce the students, which I think most of them are here tonight, I'm so proud of them, let's watch the video. It's a 2-minute video, and remember the question they were answering is, what does public education mean to me?
I feel that public school has really given me the benefit of being able to further understand my fellow people.
I feel like public school has benefited me by me being able to meet various people that I've befriended, various teachers that I love, and various topics that I really love, like U.S. history, video editing, and etc.
Public school has benefited me in so many ways, including me finding my passion for culinary, education, and video editing.
I've had the opportunity here at my school to be part of many different groups, such as the band. I play multiple different instruments and I love every second of it. I've also had the opportunity to be part of many different electives which offer certifications in video creation and editing and website development.
What public school means to me is just a place where I can be myself and meet various people that I love and care for and be able to achieve stuff that I never thought I'll be able to achieve.
Public school to me means a place where people come to learn not only about traditional forms of education, but about themselves and about the people around them. People can discover all sorts of things that they may find interest in, and these interests can also allow them to meet new friends and even just acquaintances that they otherwise would have never met.
Public school to me is just interacting with people and finding what you actually like. It doesn't have to be your future job, it could just be a hobby, but you find something.
Public school is an opportunity.
It's an experience.
It's like a big family.
For me, it's home.
The quality on the video, and I mean, this is not your old videos when we were in school doing things. You have the camcorder on your shoulder. I mean, this is professional, and I mean, Mr. Walters does a great job with that class. They do many of the edits on a lot of our videos that are put out in the community. So I would like to ask these students to come to the front, and when they come to the front, we'll present the class with the check from LSBA. We have a big, huge check up here, and we'll get a picture. So when I call your name, if they're here, if you will come up to the front, and we'll wait for everyone, and we'll give everyone a big applause. First of all, we have Austin Elliott. Did Austin make it? He didn't make it. Casey McDonald, come on up. We have Jordan Dunbar. We have Travis Hill. We have Gavin Newman. We have Grant Penton. We have Nathan Plank. We have Valley Smith. And we have Garrett Ventress. Let's get everybody up here. And we have Mr. Walters with that cool shirt. I love that shirt. And let's give them a big round of applause. I'm going to give them a check. Y'all slide down a little bit.
In a little
Get
bit.
it centered up here.
In the middle, hold the check.
Big $1,000 check.
Yeah.
Go to the
Right.
program.
A lot of raising canes with that.
Get close. Can you get everybody? You got
Sir.
Mr. Walters in there? One more.
Good job.
Hey, congratulations.
You all made us so proud at that convention. We were so proud and so pleased that you did such a beautiful job. Thank you. Our next order of business is to receive the superintendent's report on personnel. Dr. Fountain. Or did I, number 6, I skipped number 6, hold on. To consider approval of the minutes from the regular school board meeting held on Monday, February 13th, 2023, and take appropriate action.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Thank you, Ms. Norwood. Second?
I'll second it.
Okay. Is there any discussion from the audience? Any discussion from the board? With no objection, that motion carries. Now, number 7, to receive the superintendent's report on personnel, Dr. Fountain.
So, Madam President, this is a report only, but you can see a list of different reports of appointments and also a couple of resignations and a few reassignments.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Fountain. The next order of business is to receive a report from the Finance Committee meeting held on Monday, February 27th, 2023, and take appropriate action regarding the following. And I will turn this part of the meeting over to Mr. Mike Hooper.
As indicated, the Finance Committee met on Monday, February 27, 2023, and reports the following. Number 1, the committee members received a year-end update on the 2022 health insurance plan from Gallagher. This is a report only and requires no action. The committee recommends approval to accept the 2021-2022 fiscal year audit as presented by the auditors. Madam President, I make a motion to this effect.
All right, thank you. It has already been seconded because it came out of committee, so is there any discussion from the audience? Board? Okay, with no objection, that motion carries.
The committee recommends approval of the revised general fund budget for 2022-2023 fiscal year as presented by staff. Madam President, I make a motion to this effect.
Thank you. Is there any discussion from the audience? Discussion from the board? We had a lengthy committee meeting, and that's where we get most of this business done. So with no objection, that motion carries.
The committee recommends approval of the revised capital projects budget for 2022-2023 fiscal year as presented by staff. Madam President, I so move.
Any discussion from the audience? Board? With no objection, that motion carries.
Madam President, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Hooper. Appreciate that. Number 9, to receive a report from the Facilities Equipment Committee meeting held on Monday, February 27th, 2023, and take appropriate action. And I'll turn this portion of the meeting over to Dr. Walker.
The Facilities Equipment Committee met Monday, February 27th.
Your microphone. Oh, his mic is not coming on.
All right. The committee recommends referring to the board to consider the options on the lease of the 16th section property for hunting purposes. Madam President, I so move.
Is there any discussion from the audience? Any discussion from the board? With no objection, we will put this out to bid.
Okay. Madam President, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Dr. Martin. Appreciate that. Number 10. How do you keep remembering how to turn this thing on? Okay. Number 10, to consider granting the staff permission to advertise and accept bids for a hunting lease on the Section 16 property. Dr. Fountain.
So it's going to take us a few weeks to get used to all the technology up here, I'm certain. So, Madam President, at our February 27th Facilities Committee, we discussed whether or not to lease the 16th section property for hunting. It seems the board was in favor of putting out a request for bids for the hunting lease. One board member had asked me if the current contract provides the option to extend the current lease. I spoke with our attorney, and the current lease does not provide the option to extend the lease. I know there was a question, someone was talking to me earlier, and they mentioned that. And as I've said, I will be glad to go back and talk to our attorneys again on this, after our discussion tonight. The other discussion revolved around what type of weapons may be used on the property. When the request for bids was put out last time, the bid document did stipulate the following. This is how it was worded. It said, due to the proximity of the 16th section property to residential areas and roadways, all hunting activities on the leased premises shall be limited to shotguns, bow and arrow, and front load black powder muzzle loaders only. The discharge of any other type of firearm shall be expressly forbidden. So that's what was stated in the bid document. It wasn't a contract. That can easily be added, as the attorney said. If these are the provisions that we want to continue, we can make sure that this is included in the contract. So I would ask the board if we are ready to move forward with putting out a request for bids for the 16th section of land. And if there's any comments or questions on it, we can certainly talk about it.
First of all, we will entertain a motion so that we can discuss this.
I'm going to move that we advertise for this at the current restrictions. So the same restrictions that we had last time are still in effect. That's my motion.
And I'm the second.
Second.
Discussion from the audience. Discussion from the audience, and if you would, come up to the podium and state your name and your comments.
My name is Ray Wagasback. My name is Ray Wagasback. I've been fortunate enough to be able to hunt on the leased property for the last 10 years. And in the last couple of 2 years, they've had neighbors build houses adjacent to the property. We have moved our stands where that was close proximity further away to add more protection so that we don't have any kind of problems. And someone made the comment about discharge of firearms and they're concerned about it. The neighbors that have on all four sides of the property, they are hunting and discharging weapons. And so it's very difficult to know whether that gunfire is from the property or from adjacent properties. And so that's a concern that, should also be for the neighbors. In addition to that, our deer stands are located so that they are facing into the property. So when we discharge a weapon, it is in towards the property itself. And we're anywhere between 3 to 20 feet off the ground, shooting down towards the ground. In addition to that, when they clear cut the property 10 years ago, there was no trees, but now there's trees around all the property, so it would be very difficult for any kind of a projectile to leave the property premises itself. And I respectfully request that the board renew the lease or to at least go out for an additional lease. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wagasback.
Wayne Messina. Do I need to give my address? Okay.
We know where to come.
Okay. In a roundabout way, I don't have a dog in this hunt, but I want to speak two things. I read, and I would encourage you to please recheck this. I read in that contract where it says that the school board has the right, if they want to renew the lease, the right of renewal. But it's not automatic. All right, so that's the first thing that I read that. All right, second thing I want to say to you is these gentlemen that have had this lease have been very, in my opinion, have been very good stewards of the land. They have somewhere over $1 million that they maintain in liability insurance on that land, on that lease. And I think that that's very, very important because at the committee meeting, that was discussed, okay? And I went to the podium then and said that these folks, not only do they hunt, but they act as your security people for that acreage. And all of that being said, I've always have a story. And I had a friend of mine that had a condo on Pensacola and Beach, and it was way back. And he was paying about $700 a month. And Lee Sir went to him and said, hey, look, I've got an offer for $1,400. If you want to pay the $14,000, he said no. About 9 months went by, and Lee Sir called my friend up and said, hey, how about we do this? I'll let you have it for $600 a month, because these new people that came in, they cost me way more than what I was getting back. So sometimes you need to be thankful for the good folks that you have, and I would ask for you to consider that and definitely read that contract where it says that the school board has the right of renewal. So, and then hopefully, I've never hunted with them, but maybe now I might get an invite if they get the renewal. Then we go hunt. Thank you.
Are there any more comments from the audience? Board, do you have any discussion on this? Board? Okay. With no objection, we're going to follow the motion that was made by Dr. Walker. With no objection, that motion carries.
And I'll say one other thing. I will check on the lease, because I did check on that with our attorney to find out if it could be renewed. And he said that that provision was not in there. I will go back again and I'll ask him tomorrow. And then if that is there, then I'll let the board know, and then we may have to bring it back up at the next meeting. But I'll find out more about that. I'll call tomorrow.
All right. And the next order of business is number 11, to consider an out-of-state field trip and take appropriate action. Dr. Fountain.
So, Madam President, Central Intermediate School has submitted a request for approval of an out-of-state field trip for the 4th grade classes to travel to the Institute for Marine Mammal Studies in Gulfport, Mississippi on April 3rd, 2023. The purpose of the trip is for students to interact and learn about mammals and other ocean fish. This may sound familiar. We did this for Tanglewood, I think at the last meeting, but this is 4th grade at Central Intermediate School. So I would ask for your approval of that.
All right, board, I need a motion.
I'll make a motion
That's what?
to approve out-of-state field trip.
Got it. Okay, I need a second.
I second it.
Okay, Ms. Norwood. All right. Any discussion from the audience? Board? With no objection, that motion carries. Next order of business is our superintendent's report. Dr. Fountain.
So I have several items that I'll kind of update the board on, and I'll be glad to answer any of your questions on these or give clarification if you have it. First of all, we will be sending home report cards for the third 9 weeks this Thursday. Hard to believe we're wrapping up the third 9 weeks already. Also, we held our Teacher of the Year, Student of the Year, and Support Worker of the Year celebration on March the 2nd. We had a great turnout, and we plan to use the same format for these yearly celebrations. We're sort of calling it the Academy Awards of Central Community School System. It was a great night, a great event. We had so many people who worked so diligently and did a great job on that. We held our annual job fair this past Saturday in this building. We normally do it at the Central Intermediate School cafeteria. We've done that for a number of years. We had an excellent turnout, and we're excited about the quality of those individuals who interviewed on Saturday. We're going to hold a central office open house for this building for the community before our next board meeting on April 17th. We'll put out more details in the weeks to come, but we hope to have our members of the community come by to see what their tax dollars built. I have to say, as I'm always going to say, we're grateful to Senator Bodie White for securing $3.4 million for us to help fund this building. Without that money, we would not be in this building. So we're very proud of that. We've had lots of great feedback, lots of great comments on people who have come through the building. Central High School is also getting noticed for their renovations, but they hosted a regional meeting for all secondary supervisors and LSU in regards to proposed dual enrollment opportunities for next year. We were able to give tours of our facility to these districts from our region, and they were very impressed with the changes there. Additionally, we will host a group from St. Tammany School System who will be visiting the high school on March 21st to tour the campus. So we're excited that the word's kind of spreading about the high school and the great renovations over there and kind of what's happening over there. We're very excited about We will be having quarterly reviews at each campus the week of March 27th. This is a great opportunity for central office staff to spend time on each campus reviewing data, plans, and just visiting classrooms. We do this once a quarter. Great opportunity to get on the campuses and just kind of see what's going on. Easter break will begin on Friday, April 7th, and it'll continue through Friday, April the 14th. We won't be meeting before then. We'll have a committee meeting, but not a board meeting. I did want to mention, as you heard earlier, that we did have another clean audit this year. And I just wanted to give Barbara and her staff a shout out on that. We've had a number of years. We've had a number of years, and look, it can kind of just be commonplace that we say, oh, we had another good audit. But I mean, that's a very important piece of what we do. So I don't want that to go unnoticed. So thank you, Barbara. You do a great job on that. March committee meetings will be held on Monday, March 27th in this room at 5:15. I also want to mention, it's sad for the school system, but it's very good for him. But Chandler Smith was recently selected as the new superintendent in West Baton Rouge Parish, and their gain is our loss. I can tell you, he's been with us for 5 years, and he's been amazing. He's done so many great things in our school system. He's going to do a lot of great things in West Baton Rouge. So sad for us, great opportunity for him. And we've already been having little friendly discussions about the competition with us in West Baton Rouge, but that'll be okay. We're proud for Chandler. And I also have to mention we have royalty. Miss Sandy Davis came in for the meeting. So, look, she hired me, so in my book, she's always going to be at the top of the list. And that will conclude my report, unless there's a question from anybody.
Thank you, Dr. Fountain. I'm going to reiterate the announcements. The March committee meetings, this is where we get all of our business done. We have a lot of community involvement. We want involvement from our community, and we love it when people come and give us their ideas and on the things that we discuss. That March committee meeting is Monday, March the 27th. It begins at 5:15 p.m. Our next regular school board meeting is going to be held Monday, April the 17th. And our meetings start generally at 6 o'clock. And I have a couple of things. First of all, one of the people in our community donated this picture to us. It's an original artist rendition of Central High School that was on this property. And they donated it to us, and it was an anonymous donation. She didn't want any recognition for it, but we're going to figure out a place to put it somewhere on our property here. And then the last thing is the United States is broken up into regions as far as our superintendents go. And we are region number 2. And our own Dr. Jason Fountain was awarded Best Superintendent in Region 2, and we're so proud of him. David, the floor is yours. David?
I think back to May of 2000. I had just been named principal at Tanglewood Elementary School, and my first order of business as the new principal of that school was to hire an assistant principal.
I met Jason in 2013. He came and visited my school. I was at Plaquemine High School at the time, principal there. And he came with a couple other people from Central, and we were hosting something for the state and looking at different data. I remember just because he was so curious and really inquisitive with his questions. And he was just the type of guy that you wanted to get to meet and get to know.
And the summer was clicking by, and I was, doing interviews, and I had a lot of good applicants to come through, but I just didn't feel like I had found the person that I knew would be best for that job. And I got this email, it was late July, from Jason Fountain AOL account, and he was just inquiring about that position. And so I responded that it had not been filled and that I would conduct an interview with him if he was interested. And so he was, and he sent me his resume, and we set up a time for him to come in to interview.
When I think about Jason, he is the lead learner. He's always learning. He's always asking questions, wanting to figure something out. Or can we go to this session and hear this speaker talk about this? Or let's get this book, and I'm going to try this new way to organize my life, and I've learned this new strategy or something.
He came in on July the 18th, 2008, and for his first interview with me. And it didn't take me very long to realize that this was somebody that I needed to hire. He has the most amazing people skills of anybody that I've ever been around. He can take any type of situation, just smooth things over. It's just a phenomenal quality that he has, and it has served him well.
We were at a conference, and the speaker said that he had heard a podcast from John Maxwell. He said, John, if you do these 3 things, you'll be successful in life. Value people, believe in people, and unconditionally love people. And that's Jason. He does those 3 things daily. He's one of the people in your life that you just don't want to let down. And I think knowing that he's got his belief in us at central office and the principals and the district leaders, that no matter what we do in the times we mess up, that he'll still unconditionally love us is pretty amazing.
Congratulations, Jason. There is no one more deserving of this honor. Your interminable love, joy, and support have caused me and countless others in Central to reach our potential. We love you.
Congratulations, Dr. Fountain. You are so deserving of your reward. Thank you for being such an inspiration to me all these many of years. You encourage us to show up every day, always encouraging us to do our best, improving our departments. I appreciate you every step of the way.
Congratulations, Dr. Fountain. There's not anybody more deserving than you for this award. You really gave me my shot in this district, and I'm so appreciative of that. Every day coming to work, it feels like a real privilege to work under you because everything we do, it's with a smile on our face while still not compromising our high standards. So thank you and congratulations.
Congratulations, Jason, on being chosen Regional Superintendent of the Year. When you were chosen as superintendent with your world-class ambitions, I expected no less. I'm proud to be part of your team.
Hi, Dr. Fountain. Congratulations on being named Regional Superintendent of the Year. It has been a privilege to work under your leadership, and the appreciation that you show to all of your employees is greatly appreciated. I really want to thank you for the encouragement to begin reading again, as I have missed reading for many years, and I'm back to it again. I thank you for that. I also want to thank you for making Central Community School System the world-class school system that we have been striving for. I really want to thank you for our world-class school board office. We love it. Congratulations.
When I first started working in Central, someone asked me what it was like. And my immediate response was, it's just like Aruba. It's the Aruba of education. It's one happy little island. Jason is the leader that makes every workday feel like vacation. What a wonderful honor for a very honorable man. Congratulations.
Hey, boss. Dr. Fountain. Dr. Fountain, we want to congratulate you on winning state superintendent. What was it again, state? What? It's smaller than that, right? Yeah. Regional. Yes. Not exactly world class. World class-ish. More or less. We'll be awaiting the book. Is the book coming in the mail, boss? Either way, nobody deserves it more than you. We're proud to work in this district under your tutelage. Congratulations.
Absolutely. No, in all seriousness, boss, you, each day trying to be like you just a little bit. You know, we say 1% or a little bit better, but you really do a great job of kind of leading the way and showing us what it's supposed to look like and how it's supposed to be done. So, well-deserved honor, even though it wasn't state, but we'll accept it for now. Congrats.
Congratulations, Jason, on your award. You're so deserving. You are such a humble leader with a vision of greatness, and we are so proud to be a part of your work family.
We appreciate your support so much. There's no way we could do this role without you each and every day.
You are just the ultimate leader. You are so encouraging and inspiring. And this is just a very tough job, but you make it easy because you're always there to support us.
So, thank you, Jason. Like I said, couldn't ask for a better regional superintendent of the year. Congratulations.
I'm so excited that his fellow superintendents have selected Jason to serve as the regional superintendent for the state of Louisiana. Congratulations, Jason.
Congratulations. We love you.
Just goes to show you, he did not tell us that he won this. That's how humble he is. He did not tell us.
He would not tell you. He's a very humble. I had to take this off his wall. And I found that little mess up in the wall when you hung it up. I wasn't supposed to tell anybody, but just a couple little highlights. So Jason made us do a strategic plan about 5 years ago when I first came here, and that was a process. It was a lot. We had to dig into a bunch of data, just seeing where we were at that time. At that time, we were a B school district. And a lot of people don't remember that. We're an A now, and that's thanks to his leadership. But in that strategic plan, we had 5 goals. One was meeting the needs of the whole child, and I want to just a couple little pieces of data. We've gone from 0 teachers certified to teach our English learners, which are high need students that know no English, to now 23 teachers that are certified to teach that. We've increased our school performance scores and our subgroup. We had schools that were in dire needs with special ed and EL, our English learners. We have no schools that have that classification now, thanks to his leadership, our special ed, and our departments here. We've increased and implemented a Capturing Kids' Hearts program at our middle and high school. That's been huge. The second portion, we wanted to ensure that every student is challenged and engaged. In 2018, our district performance score was an 89.6. Now we're over a 91. So we've made all those gains in the last 5 years. And I know that number is small, but it is very difficult, the higher you are in performance, to increase that district performance score. In recruit, retain, and develop high-quality staff, we increased our starting teacher pay from $41,586 to $50,000 a year for our starting teacher salary. We've also increased our mentors for our starting teachers to help them. These are people that are in the classroom, working in the trenches alongside of them, from 0 mentor teachers in 2018 to over 54. Certified, ready to host student teachers and to support our new teachers. Maintain fiscal responsibility of taxpayer dollars and the facilities. We've done over $40 million worth of facilities work. Look in the building that you're in, thanks to his leadership. And then lastly, communication and collaboration with the community. We've implemented parent advisory committees at every school campus, redesigned our website, pushed an app out to get to our parents and let them know all the amazing things that are going on, and his monthly highlights. I know that's been a big selling point for our school system, is the face of Dr. Fountain. So all those things, and I could go on, all those things just tell what an amazing superintendent he is. So here to Dr. Fountain.
Look, I want to say something. I'm not going to let you off the hook with that. I thought this was going to be a 20-minute board meeting. Sorry, y'all had to sit through all that. I want to say for me, the job is very simple. It's to surround yourself with the smartest and best people you can. I've never been afraid to do that, and we've done that here. Our principals, I don't have any doubt our principals are the best principals we could have in the state. I'm telling you, they are top-notch, smart, great people. Our central office staff is the same way. We've just tried to continue to upgrade the people that we have in here, and we've done that. If you surround yourself with great people, it makes you look really good. And I've told people this, and I'm done, but My job is very simple, and it's probably because I have kids now in the school system. I don't know why they were coming tonight. But I have a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old. And for me, the goal is to create for all the kids in Central what I want for my kids. It's simple. It's a backdoor way. But it's what I'm trying to do with my kids. And it's create the best school system for them, but it's for everybody in Central. So it's embarrassing. I mean, really, I just try to show up every day. That's the main thing I do is I show up. I don't want to miss a day because I don't want people to think they make it without me. So I just try to show up, but I love the work. I love coming to work. I love the people I work with. We have a good time. We work hard. We laugh, we cut up. And all this is great. I appreciate everything everybody said, but don't think they don't zing me. And nobody bows down to me when I walk in, which is just the way we like it. So thank y'all very much for doing that. I appreciate it, but it's a bit much, but thank you.
We do have a gift basket. It's very heavy because there's a lot of stuff in there, but this is something you can open at home.
I'm not leaving. I feel like something's going on that I don't know.
You thought I was going to West Baton Rouge, but I'm staying right here. No, this is a gift basket just for you. All special stuff to clean the car, some sunglasses because you need extra because you lose them, readers, kind bars, water, coffee cups, all special presents for you. And we also have a small reception out in the lobby that we have planned, so we invite you all to stay for that piece.
Before we take pictures and meet outside, we have to adjourn this meeting.
I'll move to adjourn.
Okay? Adjourn.
Do you think the design of this